Hello, hello, and welcome back to Shadow Space. The music is way too loud. Welcome back to Shadow Space. Yeah,
Yeah,
Did
you
you guys hear me fart into my microphone?
I can hear you. Wait, can we hear what?
Did you hear me fart into my microphone?
Don't do that. I can get banned on Twitch for that. They actually have a rule that you get banned for farting directly into your mic because hot women were getting paid to do it.
Okay, well now my microphone smells duty and nobody heard it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong thing.
That was worth it.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah.
Say hello to the cast. Do I really need to introduce everybody? Because Shadow Space has been going long enough that I feel like most people know who everyone is. But anyway, welcome. Say hello to Veneer playing the role of Seth.
Um, 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 the,
Are you sure?
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I can turn them off and turn them back on again. Hang on.
Anyway, hi.
I mean, it's pretty hard to turn somebody back on again after you've turned them off.
Anyway, I'm Seth. Hi, I exist. Hello. Anyway, anyone else introduce himself? Let's go.
Tristan in the role of Barbara.
Hi!
Atomic Squid / Greg in the role of Max.
Why are you gay?
Genetics. And Doodles are in the role of Hopper.
Hi.
Arr.
Don't need to have genetics to be gay. The fuck?
I am in the boat that it's caused by genetics, but that's all just hypothesis. It's in your DNA. There is a gay gene, and I've found it.
I feel like this is
If
one of
you
those
ever
moments.
saw my face right now, Ollie, I am staring at you at the screen like.
What?
Like-
Do you not believe in the gay gene?
Oh gosh, what did I do?
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm gonna end up abusing it.
Whole ass
Are
on
you
my
sure?
arm.
What?
But yes. Words. And we're just gonna. I'm just gonna quickly fade in. Wrong thing again. Look at that.
Gucci.
Look at that wonderful drawing. Look at that wonderful drawing Doodle did. Of Hopper eating a lemon. You get a star point for the lemon drawing.
Yeah, that's me eating a lemon. I feel that. Yeah. Anyway.
Thank you.
But yes. So, who wants to recap where we left off?
Not me, because my memory is like shit.
So I'm guessing I
Last
need
time,
to Oh, go ahead.
last time on Shadow Space, everyone was depressed
Oh,
and all together. The end.
You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's exactly what happened. Everyone got depressed. The end.
I mean, to be more specific, you all had made your way to this town that I don't remember the name of because it's not, my notes aren't in front of me and I don't want to, I don't care enough to dig through my notes for 5 minutes to find it.
New Athens.
No, you weren't in New Athens. New Athens is the town to the north.
We were
we
in
went-
a town. We went to a town that had slaves and.
No, they did not have slaves.
They had
No. We went to a place that literally had people locked up.
Yeah, they
Right.
weren't slaves.
Slaves.
Technically, they were slaves.
No, they weren't. They were
They were-
prisoners. There's
Yeah,
a very
and they
big
could be
difference.
slaves.
But they weren't
could've-
slaves.
No, they could. Well, the fact that they had people tied up, well, not tied up, locked up,
they're
in
in
cage,
internment.
yeah. But they could be. Maybe they could have been used as slaves at some point. I don't know.
They were not being used as slaves. You are adding to the narrative. You
I
saw
don't
a
care.
group of people locked. So you guys arrived, delivered the final stone you had to. Saw a group of members of the Suburban Saints locked inside of a sort of caged off area in the town's central park. What was very clearly a temporary prison that had been makeshift set up. And without asking any questions of anybody, you all went murder mode. and started killing town guards. And the people who broke out of the cage were like, "The fuck are you doing?"
Now, wait a minute.
Stop!
Wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. I remember Seth was like, maybe we shouldn't do this, and everyone did it anyway. And
Yes,
that's how
you
got
were not one of the
frustrated.
murderers.
I didn't do any murdering.
I'm just gonna say I think Barbara started it.
Yeah, Barbara started it and Max finished it.
Oh yeah.
I just ended up shredding one of the dead bodies out of anger and frustration. After one of Barbara's childhood friend came up in my face and being like, yeah. So
Psychoanalyze you.
yeah.
Yes. Also, I just realized I should be using a lighter background, not a darker background.
That's all, folks.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
There we go. That's much more visible. Hot. Anyway.
Just when I turned your audio up to 200%. Because
Get
I was
pranked,
afraid I
bro.
couldn't hear you.
Sick prank. But
I'm
yes, you have all, with tensions very high, gotten aboard the ship, and you like flew away and are now flying back toward the crater.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yes. We have to tell the job is done.
Yes. So what is everybody doing?
I am gonna make Hyundai breakfast.
Oh, Max is fixing Hopper's radio from last time.
Yes.
That's just the front.
Flying.
You know. Yeah, he's flying, but not in a very good mood. He's still bothered about things that have been going on.
Mm-hmm. Hyundai looks very shook as he's sat in the waiting area. Where's Barbara?
Barbara is taking a much deserved shower while her jumpsuit is in the washing machine, getting more pink from all the blood and not washing out.
And so where's Max sat as he's trying to fix up the radio? Is he just in the sitting lounge area?
Yeah, pretty much.
And God, what was your friend's name again, Barbara? Blanking on it for some reason.
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie. Right, I remember the joke of the name. Mackenzie is also sat in the seating area. Arms folded, sort of looking kind of like bothered, but you feel like for a very different reason than why Hyundai looks bothered. Alright, roleplay, initiate.
look spooked.
Wait, who you saying that to?
I'm speaking to the guy that's
Hyundai?
Mackenzie.
Oh, Mackenzie?
Yeah.
She doesn't look spooked. Hyundai looks spooked. Mackenzie looks kind of like perturbed, bothered.
That's great.
That's great.
Okay, then I'll say to Hyundai then.
Oh my goodness. I just saw. Hang on. Hopper just got another point. Look at that cute shit.
The expressions are so perfect.
Mindy's OC is eating Mindy's other OC. Adorable. You're getting a star point for that. Sorry, continue roleplay.
Max is just gonna say to Hyundai, "You look spooked."
Yeah, sorry. You know, he's like, sort of looks to the side. He's avoiding looking at you, you realize.
Is something on your mind?
Just what you all did back there. It was a lot.
True. But we are kind of a funny bunch.
I wouldn't really call it funny. He says that under his breath.
Well, I did ask if you wanted to speak to the guy that was, the older gentleman in the prison.
Yeah. He seems to be looking through his book.
So why didn't you ask him any questions?
I kind of felt like our place wasn't there anymore.
Okay.
He looks like he goes to say something and then stops. And then Mackenzie sits forward. She's like, it's the kind of things that have to be done in this world. You realize, or in this galaxy, or in this universe, you realize that, right? Sometimes people have to die. But they didn't. They didn't. You didn't even try and talk with anybody. You
Well,
didn't.
if I can at least say one thing, those people were being held behind bars, which, yeah, we don't know exactly all their stories about why they're behind bars, but they were obviously good people that shouldn't be locked behind bars. So in a sense, we did a universal good.
He huffs a little. Was it worth killing all those people, though?
If there's any means of trying to help somebody without bloodshed, yeah, always go for that option. But
But you didn't try that. You immediately went for violence. Maybe I should have gone back on this ship.
Can
Well-
Barbara hear all this?
Yeah, sure.
She steps out of the bathroom with like a towel around her, and her arm is off. That we can drop you off at the. We can drop you off wherever you want.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we ruined your holiday.
Mackenzie rolls her eyes. So where are we going now?
To see Darwin, we need to report to them.
Right, going back to that place. Hopefully there's a few less gang members there this time.
What do you mean?
Oh, maybe you should stop at the. Maybe you should stay on the ship for, when you see Darwin. We could drop you off somewhere else.
What do you mean? Mackenzie looks like they're thinking about describing what happened, but they look to you, Barbara, to sort of almost looking for your approval to talk about it.
I shake my head.
Nods to you and doesn't say anything.
Actually, he's already seen me kill people, so if you don't like the sight of dead bodies, then you should probably stay on the ship.
You killed people where we're going to?
Gang members, but yeah, people.
Just... I understand that sometimes violence can be necessary, but it didn't feel necessary back there. Why did you attack them without talking to anybody?
I don't know, okay? I'm sick.
When you say that, Mackenzie shoots up. She's like, "You're not sick, Barbara. Don't say that. Neither of us are sick." You shouldn't think that way.
I don't know how you can think we're I don't know how you can think we're not. I mean, everywhere I go, I leave a trail of bodies. Maybe I should have just let you take me back.
You're just doing what you need to do to survive. Don't let the or what was it called, the group that you guys
The
were.
Institute.
Yeah, don't let the
Margos.
Yeah, don't let the things the Institute said change who you are. Neither of us are sick. No matter what they said.
I wish I could believe you.
She's gonna go over and hug you.
I just stand there. I don't really reciprocate. But as soon as she lets go, I just kind of trod back into the laundry room.
Let's get your arm back on, and she's gonna go with you.
It's back in the bathroom. It's on the hanger.
She nods. The laundry stuff is in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Because all the plumbing would be set up in the same area.
Well, of course, it's not that big a ship, you know.
One day.
Mhm. One day we'll have a whole fleet.
Ooh. Party.
Yeah. This is very much a role play time period for that kind of stuff if there's more people want to do.
Oh, did I fix the radio?
Yeah, you're still like piecing it together a little bit, and I assume you're finishing at about the same time as Doodle's finishing the food, or as Hopper's finishing the food.
Yeah.
Doodle's now in the campaign.
What do you mean? Of course you're in the campaign.
I'm
Doodle's
sorry,
an
we only
old-
have lemons.
Oh yeah, you're Doodle Czar, which is a distinct person from Doodle. I hug you. Yes, you're getting food. Yeah, you're finishing the food you made. Words.
I made pancakes, flapjacks. If you want some.
Thanks. He's gonna start eating the Flappy Jacks. And you can see Max has fixed your radio.
Thank you, Max. You're the best.
No problem.
Oh, look, Hyundai. Isn't this cute?
He looks...
The star radio.
Yeah, it's really nice. Smiles a little awkwardly. Still very clearly, like, tense from all the conversation that's been happening.
Again, I'm really sorry. None of us really mean for this to be like that for you.
He nods a little bit.
I understand if you won't forgive us. It's understandable.
I mean,
But-
you didn't do anything.
True, but they are still my friends. And they're doing what is something we all kind of became adjusted to in our line of business. I
Yeah.
know that's not what you want to hear or wanted to venture into at all, but like I mentioned before, traveling out into the unknown is pretty scary.
Yeah.
We can be a bit jumpy. I deeply apologize.
He looks at Max for a moment. Or he looks like he's gonna say something for a moment, then looks at Max and then seems to hold his tongue.
It's okay. Max is a big boy. He could handle anything.
It's nothing.
If you're not comfortable, that's fair. We all have our stories, and none of them are really good. We have a lot of pieces that are missing, but we work together to replace those pieces with something better.
He nods a little bit.
Like, for example, Max knows that this whole crazy adventure feels like just one long trip just to find my father. Where he is. But something inside me tells me he's still alive. He's out there. Just, I guess, waiting for me to show up one day. And I would have never gone this far in this adventure or be alive if they weren't here.
Where? Why aren't you with your father? If you're looking for him.
He sent me away for I guess, in a sense, my own holiday. To discover myself and learn from everything out here. And now it became a journey of self-discovery, but also try to return home. And so here I am on my longest holiday, you can say.
Huh.
I've never stayed in one place more than necessary. Never really lived in one place. So, yeah. I've seen a lot of things. Things that I feel you would happily enjoy, and things that would definitely terrify you and hurt you, spiritually or emotionally. But that is the journey of everything, really. That is the unknown for you. Again, I understand you have something inside you want to do that feels right. And we're not going to pressure you to stay. If you really are uncomfortable, I totally understand that. So, but yeah. If you really still want to try to go on holiday, we could take you to a neighboring place so you could at least find someone who could enjoy this holiday with you than staying in here, you know?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Again, he looks like he's gonna say something, but seems to hold his tongue. Looking to, like, briefly glancing at Max again.
What do
Did
you want to
know-
say?
It's It's nothing. Sorry.
Well, obviously it's not if you keep on trying to say it, but words won't come out.
It's nothing. I'm. He looks like he's trying to like come up with an excuse sort of to move. He's like, I'm gonna go to the bath, because
Yes.
I was gonna say the two of them are in the bathroom, so he stops.
You want to join the ladies in the bathroom?
You perv.
That's exactly why he didn't finish saying it, because he realized that there's women in there, and women are scary. Ew, women, icky.
Don't hold me, I'll come.
I mean, if I just saw what Barbara did, I'd be terrified too.
If you want a place of privacy, the pods, the resting area is pretty private.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go into the engine room. And he walks in there, clearly having absolutely no good reason to be in the engine room.
That's your
What do
room,
we-
Max. What do you do?
Okay. I guess Max is going to follow him into the engine room.
Are you gonna follow him there?
Yeah.
Him. I want to avoid this tall, scary man. Him. I'm worried about you, son.
Yeah, He goes in, and a moment
I'm-
later, you walk into the space with him. He very
like that
much looks
scene
like
from
caught
Airplane.
off. Hey,
Look, I'm just gonna quickly just say this. If I intimidate you or make you feel uncomfortable, just just let me know personally. All right, I'll just let you do your business here, and then he just walks on back.
he looks very confused. Barbara, are you talking with Mackenzie at all in the back area or in the bathroom area?
You're talking to Mackenzie
No.
in the back rooms.
You were lost. We got lost under the couch cushions.
I'll cushion your
No,
couch.
Barbara is just putting on her jumpsuit. She doesn't really care about attaching her arm at this moment, but she was actually going to spend some time in the the cockpit.
As you guys are in the bathroom, she's gonna be like, "What's our plan after this?"
Mackenzie, I don't have a plan, okay? I never did. And, well, I mean, ever since we dropped off the Genome Man and T-Dog, I just wanted to get back, and now that I'm here, now that I have everything I wanted, I'm more miserable than I've ever been in my entire life.
What do you mean? Why are you miserable?
I don't know. I mean, I have you back. I have my friends. I have the ship I've always wanted, and it looks amazing. And I have enough money to retire, basically.
Well, not really.
And we're
Retiring
not
costs
being
a lot of money.
whatever. I'm independently comfortable as it is. I can and nobody is tracking us. Well, nobody that can really find us, and yet,
The Institute.
I'm not
The
happy.
Institute is still tracking us.
Yeah, but they can't find me. They don't know where we are. Not for sure.
I found you. The truth is, the longer we stay in one place, the more danger we're gonna be in. We need to have a plan of where we're going. Even if it's just anywhere.
You think I should? Are we really having this talk again?
I'm not saying... I'm just saying when we're done with this, we need to be ready to move on.
Well, because you might have a point. Maybe they would be better off without me.
It's more that we'd be better off without them. We only need each other to rely on. That's the way it was supposed to be.
Maybe you're right.
But
I can't make that decision now.
I'm not saying you need to, and that's not what I meant. I didn't mean to be telling you to... I'll give you some time. And she walks off out of the... As you're walking out of the back room, Max, she walks out of the bathroom, looks at you for a moment, and then she goes into the back room.
Nice.
Just like
Max
that,
is
Honda
gonna-
lost his V card.
Ah, what?
Max.
He's a virgin?
Max is gonna eat some of those flapjacks.
Also, of course he's a virgin. He's lived in as part of a church his whole life.
I made star eggs.
You think religious people get pussy?
Oh,
You never know.
yes.
Once
You
again.
You never know. He may got pussy over there. Who knows?
Oh my gosh.
As someone who's been to church, yeah, they do.
That was specifically meant to be a slight at you, Tristan, by the way. I hope you
Oh, yeah.
I'm being mean. I care about you. You're my friend. My baby. But yeah, Barbara wanted to go to the cockpit.
Peace. Yeah.
Excuse me. Breathing saliva. Yes. Seth, you've just been sat in the cockpit flying toward the place, right?
Yes, he's still covered in blood. He has not gotten off from his spot. He's just been silent.
Bloody grumpy boy. Oh, he's angry and covered in blood. It must be the
No!
I can hear a cat purring.
Don't worry about the cat.
Is that something?
It's another symptom
Now
of
I'm
that
worried.
time of the month, the pussy purrs.
No! 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 No!
What the hell was that?
Grenade! Anyway, yes, he's in the chair, just covered in blood, sitting there, just flying the ship, not really had said a word or anything. Arms are still shaky though.
That's what you see, Barbara.
Barbara just sits in the chair next to his, like, the co-pilot seat, I guess.
There is no co-pilot seat on this ship, just a pilot seat.
I thought we had established that there was last week.
You sit on his lap.
Oh, this makes it worse. No.
Worse or better?
Oh, jeez,
Okay, so there's really nowhere to sit.
Yep.
just you could just stand right next to him. That's fine. You know,
Standing there, menacingly.
posing, standing there. It's fine.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know why there wouldn't be more seating stuff. in
Because
the-
this entire ship
the
was
cock-
stripped bare before you guys upgraded it.
That is true. We forgot to put extra chairs. But anyway.
Yeah, so Barbara stands next to him. And yeah,
Barbara sits on his lap.
there's a long moment of silence, and where Barbara sees the blood on him, and this is, it never really quite comes out, does it?
No, it doesn't, unfortunately. Especially the fact that I've been wearing red, so it's unnoticeable.
This used to be white. I point
Like-
to my pink jumpsuit.
Well, yeah, that will be noticeable by me for me. By the way, he's not even looking at you. He's just looking straight, but you feel that he's also looking at you at the same time, though. It's like weird. It's like a weird feeling.
What would I roll for this? For this weird feeling.
You don't need to roll anything. You just
This
Okay, I feel weird.
is player with player
Any-
interaction.
think because he has side eyes. That's the reason why it feels weird.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he is looking at you, but he's not. His head is not directly looking at you. His eye is though. Weird spider eyes are looking at you though. He's gonna be like, "So what made you want to come out here?"
I don't know. I just feel like you would understand.
About the situation of today. Well, not today, but you know what I mean.
I guess so.
No, I do. I really do. I just didn't think that it will all happen so fast.
I don't know. I didn't know what I was thinking. It was just instinct at this point.
I can understand its instinct. I was trying my best to at least for everyone that everything can be savable. I was not trying to be pessimistic about it. I was just trying to be as logical as I can because the day when we had to deal with the cyborgs and the splicers, it made me realize how much there's no winning in certain situations. And I do want to help those people out, but the actions that we did was not the best way to go. And they could have found their own way to get out of there. I don't know what could we have done if we did anything though, besides violence.
Seth?
Yeah.
I know we haven't always gotten along, so I know you won't just try to make me feel better just to make me feel better. So, do you think I should leave?
I don't think you should leave. I mean, like, I'll be honest with you. When we first met, the only reason it got rocky because the situation that was going on was hitting my mind, and I was not thinking clearly because of anger. The amount of anger I felt during that day when I met up you guys with this whole situation with the race war, it really did hit up a notch on me.
I could sense that.
I followed your guys' route all because it was the right thing to do. I just hated how the outcome was. And it made me feel like whatever you do, it's gonna be a difficult ride and it's gonna lead into a lot of conflict. So I was trying my best to avoid the conflict as best as I can. Try to be realistic about the situation. But I don't think you should leave because of that small conflict. So I'll tell you one thing. If that was the case, I would have been gone a long time ago.
Really?
He's gonna look at her, like his head's gonna actually turn to her. Yeah, I would. However, though, I didn't do it because there's people I care about in the ship. I'm not leaving them behind.
Even if it might be better for them?
Yeah, I'm not leaving them behind. Because I know if I leave them behind, they're gonna get sad. And they're gonna feel something has left. Even though that I know I may be causing a problem. But if I leave, that's gonna hurt them more. So, instead of just leaving, try to improve. That's what I've been trying to do. Not easy. It's better. Nothing. You can tell, Barbara, that parts of him are a little bit shaky and twitchy a little bit.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. It's doing a lot.
Okay.
You know, it's... But I wouldn't... If I was you, Barbara, I wouldn't leave. But I understand if you do leave. It's your choice. But just think about how much would the others feel. And think about what you truly feel. What do you want to do? I hope that makes sense. If it sounds contradicting, I'm sorry. I'm just...
No. That was... Thank you.
Not a problem. Even though I'll tell you this, Barbara, even though that I was mad about the situation that happened, doesn't mean that I don't want you around. It's just part of, it's part of the team. You gotta learn, one way or another.
Barbara gets a little glassy-eyed. Because that was literally the nicest thing Seth has ever said to her. Oh. Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you this too. I'm sorry about I got angry at you. First time we met, and even now, I'm sorry.
You know, I do understand. And I forgive you. I do understand.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I really don't. I'm just tired, and I don't like when things go the wrong way. I've been trying to fix my issues. It's just a very difficult time. Your friend
feel
over
like-
there. Go on.
Sorry, what about my friend?
I'll say it before you speak. What were you gonna say, Barbara?
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna say it before I spoke. Oh, well, I for. Oh, I remember. I just feel like everything I do or everywhere I go, people get hurt.
That I understand. I understand that. I have understand that feeling of feeling like I'm gonna hurt a lot of people. One of the things I try to do is I try not to go into violence right away because violence will lead into a lot of unnecessary, well, not really unnecessary, but just not a lot of good feelings. That's why I didn't attack anyone that day. Because I know if I act violent, it'll lead into a situation where I'm gonna end up regretting it. So, your best course of action is think of ways to avoid violence before acting upon it. You only use violence when you really feel it's very necessary of doing so.
Barbara
And-
nods.
Because I had to hold back with that one person. I held back for quite a while. I tried to play good, but, you know, that little demon, I like to call it, the little demon on the shoulder, likes to talk. Sometimes you gotta ignore that.
It's hard to ignore the only thing that you've ever been good at.
I know.
What were you saying about my friend?
He's a deep sigh. Well, your friend, I'll be straight with you. I know you may not like it, but I'll be straight. I don't like her. I don't like the fact, while you guys are gone, she gets in my face.
What?
And talks to me things that I don't want to hear.
What did she say?
She kept bringing up my past.
What? What was she? Was she accusing you of something, or?
I'm not gonna get into it, but it's just things of my past that I'm trying to move on from. Kept bringing it up. Kept saying that, like, oh, you changed. She doesn't realize her going in my face and trying to Hellenize me or whatever she was doing. She doesn't realize the fact that, you know, it's just shit that I don't want to hear. I'm very aware of what I've done. And I know I'm changing, but I don't need some smartass to tell me up front. I don't need someone to get in my face and try to be snarky about it. Because I really don't want to be in bad terms with her. But she kept getting on my nerves. That's why there's claw marks on the walls, if you noticed. But she wouldn't leave me alone.
I didn't notice until you pointed them out.
Oh. Well, they're there now, and I feel bad ruining the ship, but that's what happens when someone doesn't leave me alone. But I don't want to cause any issue between you and your friend. I just want, you know, I don't want to deal with bullshit if people are on the ship. It's
Okay.
either, yeah.
I'll talk to her. Thank you
It's
for telling me.
Not a problem. I want to be honest with you. You seem really nice. And I feel bad the unfortunate times that we even talk with one another, it's never anything calm. There's something always going on. And it's not fair to you. It's not fair to me.
I subconsciously like rub my neck a little bit.
What's this like handout and it's like in a fist? Like kinda like
Barbara flinches just a little bit, but then like gives like a little smile and holds out her own fist as well, and like very gently like bumps it.
there you go. He smiles.
I don't know if anyone has ever told you, but you have a very nice smile.
I appreciate it. I mean, I know Hopper gets happy when I smile when I'm not emotionally all over the place, but
Yeah.
thank you. I very much appreciate it. I do need to clean up though, but I still need to fly the ship till we land. I'll clean up afterwards.
You do know where we're going, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright. It's just like awkward silence now.
I mean, there was a lot of silence pauses.
Yeah.
It's very awkward too.
Yeah, even after a big breakthrough like that, it's like, oh, what do we talk about next?
Yeah, he's like, do you play Rune 2 and Shooting?
Oh, I love that as a transition.
Yeah, because it's awkward, so it's like,
You play Rootin' Tootin' Shootin'? Video games.
Yeah, I'm no good at it. But
Yo, you guys gamers? We got gamers over here? Couple homosexual sea people?
oh no.
Oh.
But anyway, he's gonna be like,
If-
you're not. Wait, repeat. I lost my train of thought. Fuck.
You guys are talking about games now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting you to cut away, to be honest.
Yeah. I was like, I feel that's what I was about to say. That's why I was like, you guys are talking about games. Cut over. Max and Hopper are sat in the room together.
Yes.
Do you guys want to talk to each other?
I was drawing the breakfast I made for Max.
Oh boy, hang on. Let me. Hang on.
Because I was saying, like, I made heart eggs. I made star eggs.
Let's see that breakfast. Did you not finish? Oh wait, where is it? Hang on. Oh, that's adorable. Hang on. I keep tabbing to the wrong thing. There we go. Look at that. That's cute. That's star point worthy. While the two of you engage in a roleplay conversation, I desperately need to pee, so I'll be back. So please help maintain things while I'm away.
Okay. So, yes, we could still just roleplay, yeah. Sorry I'm not that great. Something I know seems silly for me making shapes with the eggs.
I've
But
never seen that
something-
before, so
Oh. Yeah, something told me this was familiar to me. Can't really pinpoint why.
maybe
But,
you picked it up when you were doing your Google searches.
No, the only one that really popped up was Monster Toast, which is you cut a hole for one eye or two. You put your bread in, you toast one side, you flip it, put the eggs in there, let it cook a bit, flip it again, and you have Monster Toast.
Monster Toast.
Because if you do one big hole in the middle, it makes it look like you have a Cyclops bread.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna
But-
be sitting there just like stuffing his face as you're talking.
But something about hearts and shapes with the eggs is different. I think maybe my mom used to make it like this for me. Think so.
I love that you made it. It tastes really good.
Well, I'm glad. I don't normally cook, nor eat often anyway, as you already know. But I'm glad it's edible.
Guys, is my piece supposed to be black and white?
Yes.
Are you a cartoon?
It was like speckled, like the night sky.
I think there's
What's that?
a foam in your pee.
I knew I shouldn't have been sounding with insulation foam.
Of course, I'm not allowed to fart into the microphone, but this is okay.
I won't get banned for this, believe it or not. I will get banned for farting into a mic. Because Twitch is weird.
Okay, I'll leave Michael alone then.
It's okay for you to show the cocks that are in Cyberpunk, but not the tits that are in GTA.
Hey man, that's sacred.
Sounds like sexism to me. Cocks are fine, but tits are not.
Yeah, don't you and the homies, you just go to
Oh, sorry.
to the YMCA and
Yeah.
you say it's fun to stay at.
Listen,
I can really,
ABA YMCA, if you know what I'm
Again,
saying.
believe Brian missed
Always
the part.
be at the YMCA.
Brian missed the cute roleplay.
Listen, I was full of piss. Continue your cute roleplay.
You
Yeah.
missed it. I hugged you.
Hi, don't mind me. Meeting again.
Eat that good food. Well, Brian
What's up?
missed the part where Harper explained monster toast is on the interwebs, but these eggs are something she believes her mom used to make for her.
Ooh. Shit, wrong layer. Hang on. Oh, hang on. As you guys are talking, Mackenzie's gonna come back in and sit down.
Oh, did you want to eat some flapjacks and star eggs?
She looks at it for a moment. I'm not really hungry.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I don't eat much.
I understand. I don't really need to eat, really. I just kind of do it for the enjoyment to
Right,
eat with Fred.
because you're a robot.
Yeah. I'm not ashamed about that anymore.
You guys got a pretty funny machine. Looks at Max.
What do you mean by that?
I've never seen somebody code a robot to act so person-like.
Well, that's all thanks to Hopper's father.
Not Max, because it's not my father.
Right.
Correct.
Or-
Totally.
Right, it's creator.
My father. He's still my father.
Yep. Just making a delivery.
I mean,
Intergalactic UPS man.
can it really be a father? It's not like you are genetically related. Chuckles.
Mm. I have memories that this says that otherwise.
Right. She pokes at like some of the food for a moment. They made us read a lot of books in the Institute. There's this old novel, Westworld. It's a good one. Should upload it to your databanks or whatever you do.
Oh no, she's not bringing up the Westworld readings.
I know. Oh, I know the fucking show. Jeez.
It was a book originally.
Well, I know the show. I didn't read. I became illiterate when things became televised.
I never learned how to read.
Anyway.
I could totally see. How old is Barbara?
Oh.
That's a rude thing to ask a lady.
I could totally
Yeah, I know.
see Barbara.
Really. Slaps across the face.
I could totally see Barbara being like, "Hi, my name's Barbara. I'm 36 and I never learned how to read."
That's a good question that I never really considered.
I presume you can because you have Jack of all trades, or Jill of all trades, or whatever we called it.
No, yeah, I can read. Let me think
In
about
fact,
how old she is.
I think of everyone in the group, the one who would be least likely to be able to read is Max. But I think even he can read.
Yeah, you can read.
Everyone can read. Seth could read
Can-
4 books at the same time.
Not exactly 4 books, but I mean,
One
like,
for each eye.
He can read
Um,
instruction manuals on how to like assemble stuff, so they need to have pictures.
listen,
Oh wait, oh I thought we were talking about Max. I'm sorry.
Funny.
Seth used to write, okay, before his hands got bigger.
He wrote-
Applause. I just,
Yeah, he's a well-respected member of AO3.
Oh my gosh.
You need- So he used to write till his hands got bigger. Now he can.
no,
Liquid
no,
leaned in close
no.
to Solid Snake, their
What?
I'm gonna-
lips lightly brushing.
Applebee's.
But I didn't mean to mute.
That's that's when Barbara gets kicked out of the out of the.
No. Oh. Don't do that.
Anyway,
Anyway,
yes.
Yeah.
Mackenzie was like, "Oh, you should download into a databank or whatever you do," and smirks.
I could just read it.
Yeah. So what
Besides-
exactly is your guys' plan right now? Looks to Max.
The plan is to get Hopper home and to try to stay out of trouble.
And that's the fun part. All that's verbally easy but hard to do.
Oh, that's what you mean by galactic delivery man? You were supposed to be transporting the bot somewhere?
Well, mostly with Seth, because he was originally the first scout to take on this task many cyclones ago. We got separated and we reunited to continue this adventure.
Right.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Even though, sure, in my solitude, I tried to find my friends and any hints of my father, but I kind of been lost.
Wait,
But now I'm found.
so you don't know where you're getting delivered to? Do you know where you're delivering him? Looks to Max.
But that's something that we're still kind of discovering. It's kind of a Easter egg hunt of sorts.
Hmm.
We were given a direction of a location, but when I tried to ask around about it, people mention it's kind of like a dead zone. Like, it kind of leads to nowhere.
Hmm. Did you try and go to that dead zone?
It's really far away. No one really would. Even when I did, no one wanted to venture that far.
Often dead zones are really just the best place to hide things. Me and Barbara came from a dead zone.
Mm.
Dead zone's gonna that's gonna have to be where we're gonna need to go. So before we do, we're gonna need to supply up.
Yeah, a lot of supplies. Definitely need plenty of bacon and alcohol.
And the
And
ship
other-
also needs some upgrades too. It's gonna be a long journey.
Definitely more chairs.
Barbara really seems attached to you folk.
Well, Barbara's great.
Hmm.
I adore Barbara.
I mean, you're a cute robot and all. And I can see why she'd like you. Looks over to Max.
She what?
Though your pilot's a little bit of a weakling.
He's not weak.
Oh.
He's not weak yet.
Just from the cockpit, you hear what?
You guys
Funny.
can't hear it though.
Yeah.
We're getting very heated about our animated over Rootin' Tootin' Shootin' 2.
So if you want to get
The
so
retooting.
if you want to get the secret Nordic axe, it's hidden in the burial mound.
Which one?
Oh.
I can't believe some of the DLC is now lost media. I mean, why would they do that?
Bro, I don't know. Like this.
I've been trying to track down Vampire Nightmare for years.
You see this right here? Apparently, you can do some crazy ass glitch to just get this DLC right here in the game, or look at the files or some crazy.
My favorite glitches to see in that game are when so this is an actual Red Dead glitch. The way the horses maneuver is like they follow nodes, right? Like the NPC horses. And how far they go, or how fast they run, is based off of either if they're scared or how far the node is. So if a horse pulling a cart, if the cart somehow glitches and gets stuck, the horse will keep trying to target further and further away nodes until in building its speed until it frees its momentum and catapults the cart.
Hilarious.
Anyway,
Applebee's.
yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, your pilot's a little on the weak side though.
He's not weak.
Machine's got some bite. He doesn't have the same fight in his eye that Max does. That me and Barbara have.
So, doesn't make him weak.
I just wonder if push came to shove if he'd be able to do what he needs to anymore.
Of course he would.
Well, I know he could once.
I have a question out of curiosity.
Hmm?
Do you like to just cause drama everywhere you go on this ship?
Keep it in game.
You're one to talk.
It just seems no matter where you go, there's always some sort of complaint. I didn't hear much in the other room. I've heard.
Hey, I'm
your
not
name
looking
shouted.
to upset a shadow touched, okay? How's about we relax?
Okay. Well, you made your peace. You said what you've had to said. Is there anything else?
Well, she leans on the table. Are the stories true?
What are
What do
you
you
talking about?
They say shadow touched can hear things. That they see things other people don't. Of course, most chalk it up to them just going crazy, but I mean, if you're able to alter matter and reality around you, who's to say you don't see something special? So, is it true? Do you hear voices?
I don't really hear or see stuff, but on occasion, when I dream, though, I get glimpses and flashbacks.
That just sounds like PTSD. She leans back. The Academy cured me of that ailment. Like they did most. Or the Institute, sorry. The Institute cured me of that ailment like they did most.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, you'd think. You look mostly human, honestly.
Well, I don't really plan on getting anything new or chromy or mechanical anytime soon, unless something were to happen.
That's a mistake. You'll fall behind, even with those gifts of yours.
This
What
is
makes you
not
say
a
that?
race.
What makes you say that?
Well, if everyone else in the galaxy is upgrading themselves beyond their mortal form and you refuse to, after a while, you will fall behind. As much as I hate to say it, humanity is a dying race. And whatever we're becoming, well, who can even tell?
Just is what it is, I guess.
Maybe they'll put you in a zoo.
Hey! No! That's mean!
I'm joking. But honestly, with the way some of these corporate heads are, I wouldn't put it past them to throw him in a research lab. Actually, I know they will, since he's shadow-touched. The Academy had a real interest in you folk. Or, sorry, the Institute had a real interest in you folk. They tried to make shadow-touched there. After
lot of
Barbara
things.
escaped.
A
Me?
lot of things that a lot of people would want to whisper about when it comes to people like myself.
You cannot just make shadow touch. Like, that's just inhumane.
A lot of my sisters died because of it.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I lucked out in that they did, or I lucked out when it came to it, getting sent out before they chose to try and test me.
Mm.
So, out of curiosity, these facilities or places where they're making shadow touch, since you have first-hand account of some sort, would you know where these facilities would be located?
I'm not going to tell you where the Institute is.
Okay.
And let me be clear. It's not out of any care or respect for them. Honestly, I feel like you could, if it's half the stories I've heard about Shadow Touched are true, I'm sure you could bring that entire facility down. But I'm not risking me or Barbara. And I know if I tell you, first thing you'll want to do is go there. After all, they say your kind are drawn to each other.
It's a big old galaxy. What can I say? But sometimes people are drawn to their better devils.
Yeah. Like that Eden gal thing. I'm pretty sure they're a shadow touched.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably were.
After all, how the hell else can somebody completely deconstruct their body and then remanifest it?
Yeah, that's Darwin for you.
Oh, sorry, I said Eden, didn't I? I meant to say Darwin.
Quite the opposite.
It would have had to taken years to understand and learn the limits of their powers.
So
How
what?
much about me do you exactly know?
How much what?
About me do you exactly know?
I don't think Barbara would like me talking too much about that. Just, we learned some things in our last, when we learned some things. We learned some things when we dropped off your fuzzy friend.
It's just making me more curious because answers is all I've been looking for just to try and understand what everything means, and the fact you know something that I don't makes me more and more curious. What exactly am I missing about myself?
If it helps, I don't think I know anything you don't already.
Do you know who my father is, or as you keep saying, my creator?
No. Do you?
I know his name.
And?
People just don't believe he's alive. But I know he's alive.
Who is it?
His name's Professor Observe. From those who did talk about him, they talked about that he was someone important. He has made a name for himself. But it's been so long.
I hate to break it to you, but dear old daddy's definitely dead.
He's not.
I know that name, Observe. That dates back all the way to ancient Earth. He was considered one of the fathers of space travel. We had to read about him. He was one of the last recorded Earthlings before Earth was lost.
But he's not gone. Because I'm here.
They didn't have that kind of life preservation tech in his time. It wouldn't be It wouldn't be for generations before people would be able to extend their life the way we do now. Now, do I think somebody could live for that long now? Yeah, but in his time, no way. He either went the way of our lost home world, or died of old age somewhere in space. You're a machine. You could have just been built back on Earth and forgotten what happened, put in a standby mode and woken up.
But
I think I'm gonna go talk with Seth. Figure out more about this delivery that he has.
Okay. But he's alive, I know. I feel it here. Like, she just touches her chest over the image of the star of her shirt. I can still feel connected to him, so I know he's not gone.
Sweetheart. That's primary directives. Robots are coded to follow they're coded to follow whatever their creator says or their owner. If your ownership was never transferred, you're still gonna feel like he's there, even if he's not. And she walks over, heads off to the cockpit. Opens up the cockpit. You guys are mid-conversation about something.
Sorry, I'm sorry if I disappeared for a second. The dog was... I heard her crying to go upstairs, so I had to bring her upstairs.
Pupper.
I'm so sorry.
So, as you guys are talking about rootin' tootin' cowboy shooting, Mackenzie is gonna walk in. Hey, Turtleface.
I give Mackenzie the hand to the hand to neck cut off no don't.
How
He's just gonna look at her.
Do not antagonize.
Yeah, you can tell he's not in the mood to be not in the mood to deal with it.
Relax, I just want to ask you something.
I continue to furiously shake my head at Mackenzie.
I want to know what the hell they're doing. They're on some contract. If we're sticking with them, we need to know where they're going.
You're gonna start conflict again.
I just want to ask where the bot's supposed to be going and who hired you to transport her.
Bot? We haven't had a bot on board since Torian left.
The android, the illegal robot?
Her name is Hopper.
She's not just an android. She is a person, you know.
What, is there a human brain in there?
As far as you're concerned, yes. As far as you're concerned, she is human. And I don't want to hear any more about it, okay?
Everyone here knows she's a machine. Why do we need to keep Baruz even here? Or are you trying to hide it from the pilgrim still? 'Cause I
Mackenzie,
don't-
can we talk outside?
You
Alright.
want? I'll keep flying the ship. I'll let you.
Alright. I'm gonna have some questions about where you picked her up and where you're taking her afterward. So the two of you walk back into the main room.
Yes, and then into the bathroom again, because I guess it's the only place that's not like
Not
Man,
infiltrating people.
yes, unless what's his name decides to take a dump.
Hyundai.
Kiss, kiss,
Yeah.
kiss, kiss. Alright, you guys enter that room.
Although before I leave, I just go. Beth, don't take this the wrong way, but when was the last time you showered? And then I shut the door. Where I imagine he just like shakes his head, but then like very sniffs his armpit a little bit.
He's like, oh shit, I got showered now.
Like, Scoob, what's your favorite thing to do on the weekend?
Must fly ship.
Very, very specific meme that I feel like few people know.
Are you sure?
Yeah, but I assuming it's not occupied, I bring I bring
Yeah,
Mackenzie
into the
to
bathroom.
bathroom.
What's up?
Okay, a couple of things. One, Hopper is very dear to me, as is everyone else, and I would appreciate if you didn't refer to her as some kind of object.
That is what she is, though. She's a machine. She's property.
Not to me, she's not.
Well, not to you, because you don't own her.
I start to like clench my fists. Can you
Barbara,
at least pretend for me?
don't... Listen, don't let the machine fool you. It looks human. That's exactly why these things are illegal. It makes you form a bond with them. We don't know who made her, why they made her, what her purpose is. She could be recording all of our conversations and sending them to who knows who.
You don't know her like I do, Mackenzie. As
I-
far as I'm concerned, she's the most human person that I have ever met in this entire universe.
Barbara, she's a machine. She could. It's. The only reason somebody would make a robot look that human is to elicit this exact response.
I grab my arm off the hanger that's still there.
Ignore the whole Hopper.
And
part.
I shake it in her face. What do you call this? What do you call us? We were literally conditioned to kill and murder and infiltrate and do God knows what else.
We're
We're machines too.
You know, you and I both know there's a difference. Somebody made her for a purpose. Even ignoring the machine, even ignoring them, you need to think about why she was made and by who and for what purpose. If she is here, it's because somebody made her for something. And if somebody's making a robot look human, the only reason that would be done is for corporate espionage. It is the only reason. Or some hyper-specific sex bot, which I don't think that's what she is. Ugh, I hope that's not what she is.
So just like that, you're not even going to make an attempt? You're not even going to try for me?
I'm trying to keep you safe, Barbara. Listen, I'm not saying that we have to, like, destroy it if you want to keep it around. What I'm saying is, we don't know who made it or why, and I just want to figure out that so we know what we're dealing with.
I put my arm back on.
We need to know what corporation has us getting recorded currently, because that's what's happening with her, but even if she doesn't know it, everything she sees and says is being put in a memory bank that can be accessed by the person who knows how she works. She might be beaming that information every time we enter any place with a outgoing signal.
You're paranoid. I understand.
I have every right to be. Even ignoring the Institute, every single corporation deals in information. I've been getting lent out for contracts for the last 8 Cyclones. Corporate espionage happens everywhere. The only reason you and I were going to be made was for corporate espionage. You escaped before you learned what our purpose was. We are supposed to be killers and spies and infiltrators. That's what all of this was for. So sorry if I'm thinking a little pragmatic, but it's all I can do. You escaped while you still had some semblance of emotion in you. And
I'm here to tell you, you're capable of so much more.
But I just want you
Just
to
like
understand. You still have clouded judgment. I don't. I know how things work, and I don't have the veneer of the...
My name!
I don't have the mask of emotion blocking me.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
You.
I love how that sync was Books and Smiles saying veneer mentioned in chat.
Yes, you do. Except unlike me, you haven't had nearly enough time as I did to let yourself trust again.
I'm telling you to not trust too much.
And I'm telling you to just open yourself up a little bit.
It's a robot. Barbara. It's a robot. It was built.
I slap her.
Gasp from
With my rubber, to be clear.
She God, blow the tension out of the scene with that. She stops and looks at him. She's like, Barbara.
I've had just about enough bigotry on this damn planet.
It's not bigotry, it's fact. She was built by a person for a purpose. What do you not understand about that?
It's not that I don't understand, it's that I don't care. If she is not capable of breaking her programming, then who is?
There's a difference between what the Institute did to us and the building of a machine.
Not to me, there isn't.
There's a complete difference. We're people, we're organic.
Here we go.
That is the difference. The difference is that she was calculated, we were molded.
What the hell does that even mean?
For somebody
What's
to
the
make...
difference?
We were human. We were people, and they tortured us. She didn't go through what we went through. She isn't what we are. Don't try and connect those things.
I'm sorry if I see myself in her.
That's the
She's
dangerous thing.
she's just a little girl, and she didn't ask for any of what happened to her.
She's not a little girl, Barbara. She's a machine made to look like one to elicit this response. The reason why androids were outlawed in the first place is because people empathize with them and they're too dangerous. Because empathy is dangerous. If you trust her, then
anymore,
you...
do I?
If you let a machine like that too close to you, like, let's say that everything she feels is genuine, that she does care about you, that she does have emotions. All it takes is a single override switch from her creator to change that.
Sorry, side chat. The comms.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
something happening in the
Yeah,
text chat.
I saw that.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
There's more pictures because my puppy was barking, so here you go.
Hey, I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly show all this on stream. Give me a second. Are these absolutely massive canvas size?
They're small.
Okay, good.
Tiny.
I needed to know before I copied it in.
No, they're small. You'll see how small.
Your art has crashed my art program before, dude. Veneer.
Barbara looks absolutely monstrous, and now I feel bad. Which I should.
Please, you gotta chill, shush. We gotta have Seth get a puppy at one of the later locations
Small dog.
and then we can John Wick it.
No!
No, I don't want him to get his puppy dead. A tiny, small toy dog.
Stop it. I'm gonna give you
It
3
could be
star
Slinky.
points.
Oh, Wick! John Wick! Don't let him get me!
Stop it.
Just grab my legs!
I'm imagining Woody as John Wick.
They're straightening me!
John Wick Woody.
But anyway, continue on your serious
Yes,
moment. I am
sorry.
So sorry. No, it's me.
Snake in my boot. Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Last we left
Hmm.
off,
You
Yeah.
slapped the shit.
Mackenzie. Yeah, Mackenzie ignores everything Barbara said, even after physical violence, which Barbara realizes she is still hurting people she loves. Even after the heart-to-heart with Seth.
And she looks very hurt.
I mean, did you see how hard I hit her?
See? You trust these people too readily.
I've had time to. They saved my life so many times. And they make me feel like I'm a person.
Well, you know what?
Nobody's
You can't expect me to
done
have
that.
that same trust immediately.
I don't.
I have
I'm
every reason
sorry.
in the world to doubt them. Out there,
I'm-
we have a splicer who we watched eat people in footage, a machine that has been designed to look humanoid for unknown purposes, and a shadow touched. A race of people which are notorious for going mad and killing people, and we saw plenty of footage of him doing just that. We have
If you
every
could learn-
reason not to trust them.
I take her hand. And I said, if you could learn to trust me back at the Institute, after everything we've been through and after what they made us, can't you trust them? After all,
They made you
The
something
people-
very different than what they made me, Barbara. You
They
keep
made me a
saying what they
killer.
made us. You escaped. You got
I'm s-
away. I didn't. If they made
I'm
you a
wrong.
killer, what did they make me?
They didn't make me a killer. I was already a killer.
We both were. And that's why we were there. The difference is you got away and you held on to what you are, and I'm done with this conversation. She's gonna walk out.
I'm sorry I hit you.
She's gonna go and get into one of the pods. You guys see her walk out with a bruise on her cheek and tears in her eye. Or no tears in her eyes, just a bruise on her cheek. Walk out with a bruise on her cheek and get into her pod.
And then you see the door on the bathroom just click to occupied.
Damn it, she's not gonna talk to Seth about like where you taking her.
She was gonna, and now she's not.
Damn.
And I was gonna say maybe don't talk to Seth for a while. He hates you.
Ah,
Thank you, Peanut Gallery.
are we there yet?
And the Oscar goes to.
Any more roleplay? I want to make sure everybody has all the opportunity to do all the roleplay this time.
Before things go pear shaped.
Oh, I love my women pear-shaped, and my men. I love pear-shaped things. Except pears, I don't like pears.
I hate pears.
I hate paths. But anyway, if Barbara goes in the cockpit, he's gonna go take a shower.
Oh. I
No,
have to roll
Barbara's
for
sat in
Barbara
the
to remember
bathroom.
that. She's a bit emotionally distraught. I'm gonna have to roll for that. I'm
Barbara's
sorry.
gonna go in Seth's cockpit, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh no. Oh no.
pulling his cock out.
Oh!
Well,
Hopper, what
Of
are
the
you
5
doing in Seth's cockpit?
of the
What?
5 dice I rolled, I only got 1 success.
So no, it's all fine. He'll be dirty for a while.
Dirty boy.
I hope nobody else has to pee.
Listen, APP, always be peeing. It's just a constant trickle.
I'm sorry, I have horrible humor, man. I don't mean to.
Oh, I'm here talking about how my penis is constantly trickling piss, and you're saying you have awful humor.
Are you sure?
I'm sorry, I keep using the soundboard, and people are like, "The fuck?" And I'm like,
Are you sure?
Yeah. Are you sure?
You know, hey, I haven't seen it that one. Can you hit the "Are you sure" button again?
Okay. It's loud. For me, it's loud, but I don't know.
Hit it.
I don't know if it.
Are you sure?
Okay, it does get picked up by OBS. Because sometimes the soundboard stuff are either too loud or too quiet and get clipped out.
That's why you make it loud.
So, any more roleplay? Anyone want to do anything?
What do you guys think?
Hopper just
Max?
brings Seth bacon.
Oh. Yeah, go to the cockpit.
Hopper's in your cockpit, holding your meat.
No! Stop!
Oh.
Hopper has salty meat for you in your cockpit.
Anyway.
Yeah. The moment she comes by, he's gonna look at her and be like, "Oh, hey."
I thought you may be a bit hungry.
I should be fine.
But it's bacon.
I know, but I'll be fine. I just been.
Okay.
She can tell that he's a little twitchy too. See?
Are you going through withdrawal right now?
Yeah, I am. Given my promise that I'm not taking it again.
If
But
you
I'm
really need to do what you need to do, I'd rather you not go full on cold turkey. It can kill you, you know?
I know. But I did promise you that I'm trying my best. I'm really
Listen,
trying.
right now, you're hurting yourself more doing this so suddenly. You've been managing it for a long time, and yeah, I wasn't there to really enforce things, but you're still here, and that makes me happy.
I know.
But the last thing I want to see is you suffer because you're doing this so quickly on yourself.
He gives a small smile. I'll be fine. I'm strong anyway. I'm
I
just
know.
trying. I'm trying my best. And like I did say, I did tell you that I will try to stop. I don't want to break the promise. A lot of the stress that's been going on is just it does take a toll on me, but I'll be fine. I think.
Okay.
I hope so.
Okay. At least try to eat a little bit. Whenever you feel hungry, of course.
You have water. I think I'll take some water.
I'm imagining him reclined in the pilot seat and her like feeding him bacon like it's grapes on a vine.
No, he's not.
I'll get you some water. You want a bendy straw or a silly straw?
I'm gonna end up sitting up anyway.
I want to be waterboarded.
Well, still, would you want a straw?
I'll take the bendy straw.
Okay.
One thing I will say though, that new person, I don't really like her.
Mackenzie, she has. You could tell she went through a lot.
I know. I just don't like it that she went in my face. I already told Barbara about it.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I know.
If she's gonna cause problems here, she needs to understand that trying to make an enemy with all of us is not a good idea. And I don't want to have to deal with that. And I'm sure you, Max, Barbara, everyone else here doesn't want to deal with it either, with the drama.
No
We're
one
trying to
does,
survive
but
here.
I'm not gonna hold it against her. She has been through a lot herself. Only right now, this is pretty much opportunity of freedom. And she's literally just been reunited with her best friend.
Her opportunity of freedom is one thing. It's another to try to entice someone and talk about things that they don't want to talk about.
Well, I don't know her story. I'm not gonna pry. Because that's up to her if she wishes to share. But she knows Barbara, and I know Barbara a little bit. And what I understand is that they've both been through a lot. Most of we can do for Mackenzie, just be a bit patient, and hopefully she will warm up to us. I'm not expecting a sudden thing. Everyone is different in how they take time with their trust, and I don't blame her for being strict with her trust. I'm not gonna hold that against her. But I'm also not gonna ask you to do the same. You go whatever feels right to you.
I just want to tell you this, and it's only fair, especially when guys were doing. She really, I don't want to hurt her. She made me almost tempted to. You guys were gone. I hold back though.
Hmm.
I know that's not right of me to have those feelings, but if she keeps trying to be a thing, I don't want to say a thing, best to a degree, it is going to lead in consequences, and I don't want to cause any problems.
I understand.
But I want her to understand that if she's gonna keep causing problems, there is consequences to her actions. I don't want to do that though.
Then don't. I'll take care of it. Or Barbara would. We don't know her very well. I'd rather us not to push her boundaries.
I know, but she needs to respect other boundaries. Because I'm trying my best to fix whatever I have. And if she keeps pushing those boundaries on me, I don't want to make mistakes. I'm sure she doesn't want to make mistakes either.
I get it.
I'm only
Just-
telling you this because you know me. You know what I had to do, what I had to been through.
Mhm.
I'm really trying my best to fix those habits. I don't want to fall back again.
I understand. Thank you for being patient.
Try
And
my
thank you
best.
for still remembering me.
I'll never forget you.
You're silly.
When Barbara's gonna get back, I may wash up for a bit because I'm dirty.
You stinky.
I'm
Covered
not
in
really
blood.
stinky.
Dirty. Filthy.
There
Dirty,
you go.
dirty.
That's better.
You want me to change my pitch to make it even more funny?
Dirty boy.
Anyway. Mm-mm.
I'm
Uh,
sorry.
No,
It's been a
no,
while since
no.
I last teased you, so.
I didn't expect that. Just, like I said, I've been through a lot.
Mm. Well, you do got your game console. Squints at you.
Barbara likes it though. I mean, we were talking about Rune 2 and shooting earlier.
That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah, I will say too, I do feel bad that me and Barbara have been having a rocky interactions with each other.
Mhm.
Especially with these last ever since I came here. I feel like it's been unfair for her, and I've been trying to make amends with her. I mean, I told her, but
Well, I'm glad that you two are working it out and you're getting closer. That makes me happy. Because Barbara's
Victoria-
great.
yeah, because I
I
was
bet
like,
it makes you happy.
he's gonna be like, if Torian was here too, I would have made well, if I had any bad blood, or if they had bad blood with me. But
I doubt that. You've been very kind to Torian, and Torian's very forgiving.
yeah, but no, still want to apologize to them if I ever see them. But time will tell, I guess. Yeah.
You should probably kick Barbara out, because she has not left that bathroom yet.
It's gonna drive though. I'm one that can drive, and I
You
don't
could
know.
put it on autopilot.
Is there an autopilot of this thing? I didn't.
It's got like a cruise control that you can enter, but when you're in the atmosphere of a planet, it does not work well.
Okay. He's like, maybe I'll. You know what? You're right. There is an autopilot, but hopefully we're not near a planet.
We're still
You're
on
in
the
the
same
atmosphere
planet.
of a planet.
Oh.
Oh, Mizu
Niche
rated.
6 just rated with 4 viewers.
Mizu!
Hello.
Raid!
We're doing a
Raid!
tabletop campaign. We're deep in plot stuff.
We're in raid? Hold on. We're doing raid?
Oh no!
Yeah! Yes, let's go! Let's go!
You're
Let's
joining
go!
soap opera in season 3.
We're still in like season. We're still in season 1, 2. We're not even far in. We're still in the second story arc.
Yes!
Raid. Take out your roach killers. Whoa!
Anyway,
Forgot my train of thought. Shit. Who was speaking first?
We're in atmosphere. There's
Yeah.
yes, you cannot go in cruise control
You can't have a shower.
Like,
unless
Yeah, I
Barbara comes.
yeah, so he's gonna be like, well,
I beg your pardon?
There's only
he's
one
gonna be
per.
like,
There's only 2 people on this ship who can get Barbara to come,
anyway.
and
Oh.
Seth is one of them.
What? I didn't know it was you, Ollie.
What?
course. Me.
That joke's never gonna get old. I'm glad you did not change the name.
Oh. Well, if you're I'm
Are
happy.
you sure?
Sure.
That's very appropriate. Anyways.
Be like, unfortunately, I can't because we're still near a planet, so I gotta sit here for a bit. Unless you can drag a Barbara out, and then you can take over.
Oh. Okay. Well. I guess I'll ask that question another time.
What question you had in mind?
Don't worry about it.
What? No! Hey, no.
As
What was the
Hopper
question?
walks out, you can't follow her.
He's like, God damn it! What was the question? What was the question? What was the question?
Max,
Pauses
What
at
was the
the
question?
pauses
What
at
was
the
the
door.
question?
Goes all the way up into space in order to leave the room.
What's the question? You just hear screaming. What was the question?
What?
What was the question?
Max, as the door opens, you hear Seth screaming that. Also, Hopper, you
What
see
was the
Max eating
question?
flapjacks.
What doing to my flapjacks?
I do love that because the ship is mid-flight and the way the gravity fields work, that, like, in the central room, gravity moves down towards the pink floor that we're looking down on, while everywhere else, the gravity is moving toward, like, the nearby wall?
But we have a thingy that everything should be
Or no,
stabilized.
sorry, in the cockpit, it's like gravity still moves towards the wall, because the way the cockpit has to have the gravity work that way in flight. So when you walk out of the cockpit, you're basically, like, stepping down into, like, a base, like, an attic exit type door, but then the gravity immediately shifts.
Oh.
Like, what's the question?
Anyway, what Hopper's trying to say something, but you keep screaming, "What's the question?"
Well, my question was, what?
Answer me! To answer you, answer me! I'm just trying to say, answer me!
I'm sorry.
Very good.
What?
You want to know?
Yes.
That was the question.
When are you and Barbara gonna kiss?
What?
Closes the door.
Yo,
What? Wait. What you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
What did she
What do
say?
you mean?
I can't
What
wait to
did she
see. I can't wait to see the fan art of these three. And you know what fan art I'm referring to.
I'm just like imagining he's like, you know, I'm getting reminded of an Eco Raptor animation where it's like the Zelda one is like, what did she say? Or something like that. And he's like, or what, where, like, Zelda's my what? Fucking, line. I
Right.
keep thinking of that. You know what I'm talking about? It's an older animation of Eco Raptor.
But anyway, Max, you're eating flapjacks.
I think you should get a star point for acting.
Max is just looking over to the area where, Seth is just continuously screaming, "What is the question?" And he's just like walking away from the door with his flapjacks.
Are you moving into the back room? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, very, very slowly. Just like trying not to disturb the peace. Kind of like that scene in Jurassic Park where it's like, nobody move a muscle.
And of course, Hyundai's in the back. Looks up, very nervous.
They're having a moment.
Right.
Try some of these flapjacks. They're really good.
I'm good right now, thanks. Hopper approaches bathroom.
Barbara!
Barbara's in the bathroom eating flapjacks.
Barbara?
Is she crying while she's eating it? Like,
No, there are no flapjacks in the bathroom.
No flapjacks in the bathroom. Come on, we're not animals.
that would be funny though. When she's eating it, it's like,
The visual of that. Totally stops crying. That feels like a Family Guy bit.
I can't even imagine that. He's crying and just slowly eating the flapjack. It's like, and then crying again, and then eating again, and then crying.
You just hear like silence, and then like a twing, and then like a loud thud on the door as something hits the unlock thing on the bathroom door.
Barbara!
And when you open it, I'm just like, Barbara is just, first of all, her hand is like grappled out and just lying there on the floor. It's obvious that she didn't move from where she was sitting, and she just shot her hand out to unlock the door and didn't bother to like retract it or anything, but she's just like sitting next to the toilet, just like staring off with a completely blank face again. In the same session.
Goes over, picks up hand, brings it over, tries to connect it. Do you want a hug?
She just nods.
Okay. Okay. Come here, you beautiful, beautiful person.
I like the sound effects.
You're sending out the fucking sound effects.
I was so tempted to use the I'm not gonna even say it, 'cause
The
it's a
squeaky
sweet
sound
moment.
effect.
I wasn't gonna
my
say
brain-
anything.
My brain was thinking of metal sound effects of clank clank or something like that. I'm sorry.
Are you sure?
But Barbara is like leaning against Hopper's shoulder, and like tears welling up in her eyes because it is the warmest, most human hug she's ever received. You know, I've never told anyone this, but I can't remember what my parents looked like. What am I gonna do about Mackenzie? I can't.
I would say just give her some time. It's been many cyclones since you last seen each other. Both of your experiences have drastically changed by that point, right?
Nods. I'm just afraid she's gonna do something terrible. And She's going to force me to make some kind of choice that I don't know if I can make.
Well, you're Barbara. No one forces you to do anything, right? You will do what you feel is necessary. And from what I have seen, and I'm sure you probably have seen it too, is that sometimes a right thing can feel very wrong. And a wrong thing can feel very right. Same
So how-
way as telling the truth. The truth can hurt someone, and a lie can make them feel better. But do you feel better telling that lie? Or you feel better telling the truth?
How do you know what's right and wrong anymore?
You don't. You go what your instincts tell you by this point, right? And if your instinct is to live, then live. Even if it means running away or standing your ground, you are living. You're doing what is right by your terms. Not everyone will agree, but you see, with all our differences, we found a common ground, right?
Yeah.
Your friend has been through a lot from what I'm getting from you and how she talks. I don't blame her. I'm not mad at her. And I know you're not mad at her either. You're just worried, probably frustrated, but more so worried. He wipes your tears. And it's okay to feel these things. It's okay to worry.
You feel these things too?
I do. I worry about you all the time. I worry about Seth and Max whenever I'm not around with you.
I put my head in my hands. I'm sorry I even asked that question.
No, it's okay. I'm sure and you already know I am an android. And it has taken me quite a long while to come in terms to that. In the very beginning, when I fully woke up, I truly believed down to underneath this synthetic skin, I was just made out of flesh and bone like any other person. I would doubt anyone who says otherwise. Everything was very real and terrifying.
You ever wish
Yeah.
you could go back to thinking that?
No. Because that's a part of growing up, right? I don't like staying naive. Because sometimes people take advantage of that. Sure, the curious wonder of all what makes it fun when you go on adventures, but when you're a scout, or just life in general, especially traveling out here, it's not safe to stay naive. It's better to stay well versed and be skilled in self-defense. So I'm very grateful for, granted, traumatic events, every left turn and right. But if I were to stay that way, I wouldn't know the right things to say to Seth, or how to help Max cope when he starts suffering too. And I will not be able to connect to you very well, like right now. If I stayed naive, I would have probably said something so childish. I guess as they say, that's what makes a person be human. Feel human. The evolution of humans. We make mistakes and we learn from them. Sometimes repeat it all the time, but eventually we'll get it. I'm not saying anything of the sorts to be like, oh, you did something wrong. No, you did nothing wrong. You doing
I
what
won't say
feels
that.
good to you. Good,
Do you
because
think?
you're great.
Do you think? What if Mackenzie won't change? What if something?
Don't worry about that. Sorry. Sometimes a change does occur, for better or worse. Even if Mackenzie may not change fully her thought process or change at all, as long as she at least understands or at least respects boundaries, or your boundaries at least, since you two are more connected, that's the most you can ask. And if not, then I don't know. I have not been in that type of situation before. Sure, I have argued with Seth for sure. But at the end, we apologized.
You ever hurt him?
I scared him. I've almost died.
It's not the same.
No. But I could feel from you how guilty you feel. And though the guilt I have is very different from yours, I do understand it.
What could you have to be guilty about?
Barbara.
No, I'm serious.
Well, for what I am. I am the sole reason we're on this mission. At least for Max and Seth. Eventually, with me tagging along, my little conquest to return home also brought you into the dark side of the story that I have. There's always been a target on me once the discovery was found. The pulsars always have been there, left and right, looking for me. As long as you stay with me, they're gonna find me again. The conflict will continue. They stuck around for their own reasons, and they have told me because they care. I am their friend. I am someone important to them. And to me, it makes me feel very warm and happy. But it makes me feel really bad. Because that means they were willing to risk their lives and more for my sake. And I don't like the idea of losing them. So I feel guilty that they're now ensnared in this very dark story of mine. Like
Oh,
how you got
sweetie.
ensnared too.
Oh, I put my arm around her. I don't regret a thing. And you know what? It's gonna take a lot for you to get rid of me.
Well, you are the queen of badassery and in pink.
You better believe it.
And-
I give her a little hug.
He hugs you back. Besides, I will do everything in my power to keep you safe, as well as your friend Mackenzie, even if she doesn't trust me. She is important to you, and I want to make sure every person that's important to you is safe.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I really hope that she feels the same way.
Even if she doesn't, I won't blame her. And I don't
I
want you to get mad at her either. Because one thing for sure, you getting mad, she pokes your cheeks, is gonna make you frown. And frowning is not a fun emotion to have. So you should be happy.
It does nothing for my complexion, that's for sure.
See? That's my Barbara.
What's that smell?
Oh. Bacon. Seth needs a shower. He's stinky. Can you take over?
Oh. Oh, yeah, I kind of wipe my face a little bit. Yeah, sure. You still have that bacon? I've never actually had any.
Yeah, definitely. I think some of them getting a little cooked, but I turned off the stove, so they should be fine. But Barbara?
No?
Wait, when the bacon comes to the back?
The bacon just oh my god, it's a magic trick.
I think she just summoned the bacon to the bathroom with her.
It's like
Oh no, I assume we've walked out already. So-
No, she just wanted to say
that's how the
something really
bacon
quick.
appeared. That's
Oh, okay. Then forget the bacon thing.
Well, I feel like you would have smelt it because she did have to open the door to get in there. So they probably walked in. You're like, I'm not realizing the smell. What is that?
You're the one who dealt it. So. I just like to imagine Max is on the other side of the door, like doing the pee-pee dance a little bit.
doing the pee dance.
It's like, oh, come on!
Let me go shit.
I already
Let
shit
me
my
go
pants
shit.
twice. I need to pee.
I'm sitting on a cigar here!
He's like banging on the door. Have you fucks have never heard of a turtle head before?
I was sitting on a cigar here. I've never heard that one.
But Barbara? I just want to say one more thing before we both leave the bathroom. She just leans in and gives Barbara a little kiss on the cheek. I love you.
Oh,
This is so
lesbians.
Yuri. Same reaction, different description.
Cry.
Excuse me, waiter. I asked for less beans.
I can't believe this is gonna be Polly.
I very, in an older sister kind of way, very professional kind of way, press Hopper's head against my bosom, my ample bosom.
Oh my god.
Okay.
In a sisterly way. In a sister.
Okay.
Listen, in a sisterly
Okay.
way. It's not weird.
And because
Right,
I'm doing this,
right.
I think this is only appropriate.
Yes. Oh, that's Seth when he found out they hugged.
He crashed.
He crashed the ship.
Uh.
Shit.
Wait, no, you said he crashed? Hold on.
Oh my god, why do you have that?
Because, yes. I'm sorry, it's from a horrible song. I had to take that part and put it in. A friend of mine told me.
Anyway,
Anyway, Barbara gets bacon now.
yes, and Seth gets to shower. And
Finally gets in the shower.
as you go
Max
in,
is
it
like,
smells
oh,
like
for
poop.
fuck's sake!
It smells like poo-poo for Max taking a dookie before you went in.
Love the ones that make you sweat.
Oh
Hey,
no.
I said I had to go about 20 minutes ago.
Those poops where you gotta completely take your shirt off.
It's the ones where you start profusely sweating as you're sitting on the toilet.
So,
Oh,
Seth
he has
walks-
the Hershey squirts.
Seth walks up to the bathroom and Max is just like, oh, I think I would need to join you in the shower after that one.
Our toilet looks like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
No, have you seen the Chernobyl elephant foot photo?
No!
Yes.
No.
Oompa,
I know what you're
loompa,
talking about.
doompa dee doo. He
Doopity
just
doopy.
took a great big
Veneer,
poo.
Veneer,
I
go, pull
wouldn't
up the
go
photo of
in
the
if
Chernobyl
I
elephant foot
You
in the chat.
Oh my
if I
fucking
were
god.
Oompa, loompa, doompa dee you.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, those are the Oompa Poopas.
oh.
Anyway, yeah, this has happened. Sorry.
Um,
So here's the elephant foot.
I know what the elephant foot looks like.
I'm
Ever
sorry.
seen the one image with the? It looks. I'm sorry. It looks like a scene from a movie. You know?
That's
I
one of the
was
most
like-
radioactive things ever to exist.
The person's even glowing too, which is insane to me.
That looks
Yeah.
like a ghost.
People who were in the room with the elephant foot died like within the week. That's how
Yeah, don't
radioactive
fuck-
it was.
Don't fuck with that.
It's now encased in concrete.
Yeah,
Anyway,
because it needs to stay there.
Well, we need to watch the iconic Seth shower scene.
Oh.
yeah, it'll be like, you know how like Mob Psycho spent its entire budget on Reagan Arataka scenes. It's gonna be like one of those. Or just like
Okay.
all of a sudden the animation quality triples to show him drying his hair.
And throwing salt at some innocent passerby. This is his special move where he hits somebody in the face and shouts self-defense for legal deniability.
I love Reagan Arataka. Anyway, but you know, any other roleplay things people want to do before you arrive at your destination?
I feel bad that there's not a lot of max interactions. We need more max interactions.
Listen, I tried to
I
give him
have one.
several. It's not my fault this time.
No, that was. Hey, look, I played it like a confused duck.
I'm sorry.
No, it's alright.
Max is
Um.
trying. He's trying, man. He's trying. He got the Hershey squirts, so I mean, like, he's gonna be stuck in the
Eventually, you guys land down, and Hyundai's gonna stay behind because he can't survive in the atmosphere like all of you can. All of you have special gear. Wait, does Max have gear to let him survive in the atmosphere? Did he ever buy equipment for that?
Good question.
Did I?
Did Matt? Barbara, you don't need it because you're a super soldier.
Okay.
I thought Max did.
I thought.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
I thought because he's a shadow touch. He's
Is it
like,
in your gear?
I'm so confused.
Look at your inventory, Max, and let me know if you have stuff to
Yeah.
survive. Yeah, you do?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay. So all of you...
It's a helmet. It's a space helmet,
Alright.
essentially.
So,
Max gonna go step out and become like a fucking microwave marshmallow, bro.
so Seth, as you're looking for a landing point... Actually, it would be Barbara, I think, flying in this moment, because Seth is still drying off.
Yes.
Barbara, as you're looking
Yeah.
for a landing point, you can see all of the procession members are all, like, out in the field, all, like, bowing and, like, you know, seemingly, like, holding a ritual.
Barbara is thinking to herself, Oh, I just had a great idea of something I could install into my arm. Oh, if only I could talk to Max about this. Oh well, I guess we don't have any time.
Wait, did you want? Did you want to do more roleplay? I asked if
No,
we
no,
wanted to do more roleplay.
No, it's too late. It's too late. No, we're landing down. I gotta fly the ship.
I can't.
That is in the bathroom. That was a joke.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I was like,
You almost, you almost gave. You almost
Can I
gave
roll
Ollie-
for? Can I roll for perception on the weird ritual that's happening?
can I roll for Hershey squirts?
No.
Natural 20.
Projectile. You don't need to roll. You do notice their group is much larger than you left. Like, you know, maybe a couple 100,000 larger. Or not 100,000, that's an exaggeration. Clearly, they've converted all of the Geno soldiers. And they're all there in the procession. You know?
Barbara starts to smile again as she realizes that maybe maybe she hasn't ruined everybody's life that she's come across.
And as you guys land down, you land down, you all start to step out. Oh, Barbara! T-Dog comes over, runs, and gives you a big hug.
Oh!
It's good to see you again. Hey, everyone. Pats Hopper's head. He holds out to fist bump Seth.
Just swamp him, yeah.
Looks to Max, nods to him. And
He's
He just
afraid of
stares
it.
at him blankly.
and then nods to Mackenzie.
God, even the NPCs don't want to talk to Max.
No.
That's good to
I'm
see
sorry.
you all. Darwin had everybody start getting ready. He could sense you finished placing the stones.
Mission complete.
And you see, like, out of the main building, a obsidian-skinned figure emerges floating.
Oh, hi, Darren.
Their body is incredibly fit and lean, with both breasts and a penis, and a very androgynous look to the face. Completely
whole
bald.
package.
Their skin
Well, that was
glistening like
perfect.
stone.
Seth doesn't know how I feel about that.
Followers. My domain has expanded.
Are we sure that's Darwin?
The vow of silence has come to an end. You may speak. And everyone cheers. Our guests of honor have arrived. Step forward, scouts. It is through your aid that we will achieve great things.
I kind of raise my eyebrow at T-Dog.
He shrugs.
Oh, this is news to him. Okay, cool.
Our procession has grown greatly. My power has increased. And soon, the corporations will no longer be a threat to us. Everyone cheers more. And you feel the ground begin to shift and move. Through those stones, the magnetic polarity has been expanded. Pieces of me lie in 3 of the adjacent cities. And now, I can expand the magnetosphere. About the trunks. and you see the sky begin to swirl and shift over. Has the atmosphere has been this consistent thick green cloud, and you see it begin to open, and you can see the sky above.
Whoa.
Of course, sacrifices will be made, but it is for the benefit of all. And the clouds begin to swirl and swirl and swirl as they open up more, and you feel the ground begin to shake, as it feels almost like earthquakes are striking. And the mountain, the bowl in the mountain begins to split and crack open, and you see, straight up the ground around you guys starts to rip open. The field around being torn, all the people cheering, but none of you fall into the crevices opening. They carefully redirect, avoiding all of you. And you can see in the distance the 3 domed cities looking like, sparkling lights on the horizon, the ones that you touched. And you see their lights begin to flicker. And you see the domes crack.
Wait, what? What's happening?
Mountains,
my
sharp and shallow sloped, burst forth from all 3 of them. And then another crack forms, and you can see the raging green tornado in the distance that sits over the abandoned city. And that tornado begins to clear as the storm is ripped and sort of spun around in the other directions, wrapping around those areas instead. As the storm, the storm around begins to clear, and you see the remains of not a domed city, but a large, beautiful metropolitan area. Its lights out, but the towers standing incredibly tall. Space elevators and skyscrapers peppering the distant horizon of the abandoned city. Our new home awaits! And they all begin to march. T-Dog looking very shook. Was that part of the plan, guys?
No.
What was the plan?
It was just to put the stones in place and supposed to get rid of the storm.
Well, I guess it did get rid of the storm over the city.
But it also created this.
All those people.
And his procession
just
follows.
drops to her knees.
So yeah, that's the end of session.
Wait, what? What did the procession do?
They're walking down the mountain towards the now uncovered city.
Well,
Oh, damn.
Wow, we literally can't do anything right.
Damn.
did something right, I think.
The 3 cities you dropped off the stones at all just got destroyed.
Yeah, it's fine, I think.
The genome soldiers who I basically worked from nearly the beginning of the campaign to basically be free independent thinkers and their own race are basically just soldiers.
Well, they're all here and they all look very like they're at first like caught off by everything that happened, but when the procession begins to move, they just kind of follow it. Because, like, they don't know what else to do. They're like, oh, we're not just gonna stay here kind of thing.
I keep thinking about like Peter as Moses and the soundtrack of That Happens, and everyone's just standing there. The people who put the stones, and they're like, "Wait, that's it? What?"
But yeah,
That's the vibe that I got from that. It's like, oh, that's it. It's like, wait, what?
next time on Shadow Space, we'll be dealing with the repercussions of that.
Nice. I think we're just leaving by this point. It's like I'm like, what the fuck?
Don't
You're not
worry,
even
there's a
you're not even gonna visit the new city.
I mean,
What's everyone's thoughts?
should we visit the new city? Because Seth is just confused, and he's like, did we just murder thousands of people? I get his brain's like, did we just murder people?
To be clear, each dome city, if it's at its maximum capacity, could hold about the same population as the entire U.S. East Coast. That's if they're at full capacity, which like Athens.
Boy, you're really
the
making
one,
us feel better.
Athens, one of the ones you didn't destroy, the one in the north, that one's at full capacity. The three you visited were all clearly below full capacity. Probably only having about the same population as Massachusetts.
You see, Brian, this is why we don't do side quests, because usually something terrible happens.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing bad's gonna happen with our decisions, right?
I wouldn't mind checking out the new city on the next time.
How's everyone feeling about what had just happened, though? What's the vibe? How are your characters feeling?
Terrible.
Seth doesn't know how to feel about what just happened. He's just gonna be like looking at the others and be like, what the fuck? Like, you know? Because he's confused. It's like, wait, what? Wait, did we just murdered a bunch of people?
But I think we just did.
Yep. Here's how Barbara feels. At the beginning of the session, she's like, "Oh my god, I'm horrible. I everywhere I go, people die." And then after 2 heart-to-heart conversations, 3 if you count Mackenzie, at the end of this session, she's gone, "Oh god, this is awful. Everywhere I go, lots of people die." So, you know.
Seth is just like a
Character development?
Seth's jaw just dropped on the fucking ground when he just like realized like we just murdered like a whole civilization. He's like, oh god. Oh god. Hold on.
I mean, I don't know how we could have possibly seen this coming.
He's just I feel like he would
You really
be
did-
so tempted to
You did very little to question the people you were working with.
It's very true. Know what that means? We got a question now.
He was like, "Hey, put these rocks in place," and you were like, "Got it."
Me, how I play
like-
video games.
I mean, like, will we ever know that Darwin was the bad guy all along?
There was lots of ways you could learn lots of things, and who's the bad guy all along is a really fun question to ask. There's a
It's
lot of
me.
quests you guys have not even touched on in this entire region. There's an
It's
entire
us.
city you didn't visit.
Well, we would have just destroyed it anyway, so.
You know what?
In fact, the only side quest you have actively engaged with was the Civil War side quest.
You want to know something?
And we know how that ended.
You know that place gone forever?
Well, I mean, you could try and visit the wreckage.
It's just a straight up dead. It's gone from you. It's gone.
The dome split, letting the radioactive atmosphere in. A mountain grew out of it, and then the storm moved over it.
Well, at least they got what's coming to them, I guess.
Well, so you're telling us the one side mission that we participated in is now basically pointless
This was
because
avoidable.
Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna avoid the whole thing now by just leaving. That's all I want to do. Is
Well,
fucking leave the planet.
Luckily, you guys have several weeks to process this. You have a couple weeks to process this.
Hey, you know what? This is how Shadow Space was even back then. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes we fuck up.
Was it?
I mean, like,
I mean, you
scary
remember the
guys out-
footage you were shown in your solo session.
I just remember just constantly fighting everybody I had a chance. to
Yeah, so this is.
Yeah,
I'm not even
Very-
mad. I'm so used to it.
the
by
group
this
was
point.
very murder hobo-y in the original series.
fight.
I wasn't that much of a murder hobo. Though.
I was a hobo.
And the group has continued to be murder hobo-y.
I'm still a hobo.
So, you know, some things never change.
It's fine.
Yeah,
You know, we
I'm
live-
sorry.
I hope.
No, it's not. It's not your fault. We live. We do what we can. And you know
I
Murder.
just
what?
like to stab people. What can I do? It's part of my nature.
So, yeah.
So long as we're not in the evil route, we're fine. I think. Right?
You think there's evil and good routes? There's routes.
No- Bro, I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know what you have planned for
In a
this
capitalist
campaign.
society, there is no space for morality.
I take it as the equivalent of like Moby Dick. It doesn't matter if you get to the whale or not. It just matters if you got to the boat.
No. What?
Have you ever read Moby Dick?
You know what? That's a very good analogy. I don't care.
That's a good one. I don't care.
Alright, I hope everybody's enjoyed this episode. You'll like
I'm- I'm just flabbergasted.
Yeah. End cards appearing in a moment. I love everybody very much, and ta-ta for now.
Take care.
See all you in 2 weeks,
Bye.
3 weeks. 2 weeks
Yay.
of not this, and then the third week more of this. Bye!
All right, take
Bye.
care, fellas.